Alright, we're going to come with habit number 2. This video is directed specifically for a TikToker that I follow. Her name is Fit.AZN. Alright? She's going through some problems that I am not going to share on this live out of respect for her and the situation in which she's in. Just know that the situation, it's not a peaceful situation. And to show my support for her, I want to make sure that she knows that there are ways of handling things legally, which she's doing very well at. So if you see that video before the prep show video, you can hear her talking. I had to turn it down so that she wouldn't reveal too much of her stuff. She never answered me, so I couldn't show you guys her face. Just know that she is in Canada, and I wish her nothing but the best. Miss AZN, I do not know your first name, but the next time that I go live, if you happen to be available, I'm always live on TikTok when the weather permits. I'm always live on Instagram when the weather permits. And I generally do martial art videos. I will not be using my axe, and I will not be using my knife. I usually just use wooden weapons and nunchucks and stuff like that. And I do a lot of bound fighting. So when I do that again, if you are stumbling on this video right now, there is a video on here that says bound fighting, TikTok, and Instagram live. Those are kind of the ones you need to watch. I do have videos older where I use other martial art tools. I teach people how to fight with the pole technique. I teach people how to use their environment to help them when they are in combat. But the one thing that I can never teach you, you have to learn it yourself, is how to conquer fear. There are two types of fear, alright? The one fear is, well, okay, we'll give it three. The one fear is that fear that you want, that I'm going to do what I have to do to survive it. I'm afraid of what I'm going to do to the person across the battlefield to survive this fight. That's the good fear. The other two are very bad. The fear that you're going to get hit. That's the second fear. You don't want it, but you will have it, and you need to know that that is a conquerable fear. If you are in a fight and no one has told you that you are going to get hit and getting hit sucks, then people have lied to you. Taking one to the jaw, that shit hurts. Taking one to the gut, taking one anywhere hurts. Especially when you're not doing this to yourself. When somebody else is hitting you, their level of strength and power is going to be a fuck ton different than when you just King Kong in the shit. There's a lot of things that I tell people when we do these martial art lives. The first thing is that you should get martial art training. Before you attempt anything, you should get martial art training. However, I also tell people martial arts is a way of life. It is not something that you just go to the gym 5 days a week and then you go home, do this number, and go to bed. No. You come home and you put more work in. You put in more practice. You put in more time. You practice everything that you've learned that day. And then you practice it some more. And then you learn more. I also teach targeting. I know that sounds really bad. So, demonstration. This is where the water stops between your chest and your belly. Your real belly is here. Your sternum, your rib cage, everything locks up right here. So you want to hit right in this diaspora of the belly. Now understand, in fights, there's no guarantee on your target. Know your target is there, but swing for the fences. 2, do not try to hit anybody as hard as you can in the face. Your hand is the easiest thing to break. Your foot is the second easiest thing to break. I also tell you that you want to be on the outside when someone is swinging. So if I'm throwing a right jab, it's coming to the left side of your face. You want to block, grab the wrist, this side of the wrist. You want to be on this side of my arm. You grab the wrist, snap at the elbow, slide down their arm, which means you're sliding down this side of their arm and hitting them in the neck. While you're on this side of their body, because you want to be on the outside, you're going to have to they have to work to hit you. They have to work to hit you. So as long as you have their arm you have control over the body. So they're throwing a right jab to your left side of your face. Boom, snap, boom. Wing chun. Really simple. Or you want to do tiger. Boom, crack, scrap. You know, so there, or you want to go here. The thing with this tiger move is that going to the neck, put your hand in an awkward position. So you probably want to go eagle. So snap, and then here, so your hand is this way, gripping the neck. I probably shouldn't be showing Lethal Ordinance on YouTube, but your girl, Lethal Ordinance is acceptable. I'm sorry if I pissed everybody off. Lethal Ordinance is acceptable. So your left hand, you want to grip in here and hang on to that bitch for dear life. Try to rip it off. You're fighting a man. If you're fighting another woman, same concept. But for safety parameters, this is kill zone number 1. This is your intention target. But to get there, you may need kill zone number 2, which is generally here. I would also tell you that targeting a person's testicles may work for a temporary time unless they're wearing cups and things to protect them. So I always try to tell ladies, don't go for the penis or the testicles. That's like the worst thing you can probably do. But a good gut shot and a knee to the face can slow stuff down. Now, I will say, if you're going to knee them in the face, you want to try to get them in the forehead at the base, but not in the nose, because you don't want to accidentally kill anybody. So now, if you can do an outside knee, like an outside crescent kick, there's no room in here. So, boom, if you can throw your knee, boom. If you knee them in the gut, or if you punch them in the gut and they bend down and you grab the back of their head like so, boom, that's one. Or you grab the back of the head and then you turn your body and turn your knee into them so that you can hit them in the face, versus trying to knee them in the forehead and accidentally unaliving somebody. You don't want to do that. You want to stop them without unaliving their ass. It's not impossible. It's just highly improbable that if you're not trained properly, you're going to do that. Now, there is one tiny thing, and I'm sorry to everybody who's ever watched my show and channel, and I forget this a fucking lot. I know I need to stop forgetting it. I do forget this a lot. Your mission is to survive without killing. However, the things I just did could probably kill someone. So you have to be aware of what you are doing at all times as a martial artist. Now, I'm not saying to hold back, but I am saying hold back a tiny bit. And again, you don't want to hit anybody with full power. You just want to hit them with enough sting behind it so that they know they've been hit. And you hit them hard and you hit them right and you hit them continuously. Alright? This way you don't get a lot of time if you have to go to jail. So, there are some things that you probably should not do. When I can get a full moment where there's less snow on the ground, or no snow on the ground, and less cold, as soon as the weather breaks, I will be making a live TikTok and Instagram. See, in Virginia, it's kind of hard to work out in the cold because I don't function well in the cold. I'm not part Inuit. I am part native, but I'm not part that native. So, you'll figure it out. And also, you have to train. You have to practice every day, even after the dojo is closed. You have to practice because you're not going to get good if you're just using this as exercise. Sorry, I probably just pissed off about 45 martial artists and a lot of followers, but you're not going to get good if you don't train. Not practice, train. There is a fucking difference. Alright? Let me clarify. I know I just pissed off more martial artists. It's like, well, practice and training, you understand? No. Practice is more something equipped for when you're at the dojo. It is also something that you teach your children. You teach your children how to practice. As an adult, and the further along you go in martial arts, you train. Alright? Two sides of the same coin? Yes. But there is a big difference because training never stops. Practice stops. Practice stops. Unless you're a practitioner. Then it's three sides of the same coin, because if you're a practitioner, you're always striving to make it better, make it simpler, make it work more effectively than if you're just training. But training never stops. Eat, breathe, sleep it. Hopefully I gave you guys enough information. Miss AZN Fit, or Miss Fit.AZN, I forgot your damn name. Anyway, I'm sorry for that too. As soon as I come on the live, the TikTok bell thing should work. The Instagram bell thing should work. And what I do is I record Instagram on my tablet and I record TikTok on my cell phone. Well, technically, I record both of them on the laptop, which I'm talking to you right now, but the live streams are on the other devices, which is my tablet and my cell phone. God, I totally misspoke today. Anyway, that being said, I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Comfy Havoc number 2, B, C, and U.